Olaf, dare I say set? Yeah, everything is up for grabs for Adam on the top side of the map. Man play just about anything. But we will see, because I think the Lee Sin is a champion that's been getting banned out a ton. Got some small buffs, I think, on the kit there, but always going to be a champion that crosses your minds when you come over to Worlds. But there we go! The Darius coming out. Adam was all over the Garen in the series versus Golden Guardians to qualify here, but now we get the signature.
I just love that, like, you come to an international tournament, there's a lot of players that'll have pocket picks and stuff, and they come to an international and they're like, well, maybe we should just play meta, we should play how everyone else plays. It's like, no. This guy knows he's good, he knows how he plays, and he sticks to his style even on the international stage, and I respect that.
Yeah, and look, if you are not a viewer of the LEC, and the last thing you really remember of Adam is when he came to Worlds with Fnatic, this guy's a completely different player. He got sent down to the LFL on BDS's second team, re-earned his spot just at the start of this year, and he has been so dominant in the top lane. Tons of solo kills, leading the league, most splits up on the top side of the map, has been doubling down on that unique style of these huge lane bully juggernaut champs as well.
I was about to mention Talia was making it through the draft so far. The Azir and Orianna bandit could be a power pick, but is going to be banned away by BDS. I think Team Wales were trying to set up for the Talia there potentially, and now Ivan taken off the board away from Shio as well. We've already seen some jungle shenanigans against Golden Guardians from Shio when he got that Maokai. See if something like that can come out again.
Yeah, Shio on a lot of champions I think can be pretty impactful, especially ones where he can get inside the enemy jungle. But we'll see, because B&J obviously very aggro on the opposite side, and if you can sort of beat Shio on those early gank timings, you can generate a lead before he's able to get in your jungle, layer down vision, and protect his lanes.
So we'll see where Team Wales are going to go from here. They've got their bot lane, they've got a top lane. Pretty strong lock-in so far. They want to leave that jungle until they know where Rel is going. So going for the Nico, great priority pick in that mid lane, and then they can find out where that Rel is going before they lock in there.
I would love an Alistar coming in here against these big engaged like mage champions, the Nico especially. If Nico tries to come in on an angle, just the headbutt to send her completely out of there. Ezreal can also stay relatively safe versus the Nico, because I think before this, Nico looks like a really awesome pick. You see like a lot of melee champions, that means pretty easily you're able to land your roots on the Nico. Ultimate's going to be catching out a lot of players, but now that Alistar really messes some things up. The Syndra as well to scatter the weak. If you're coming in on a flank, you're going to get stuffed as Glory on the Nico. It's very important that Glory finds ways to approach fights from the fog of war, or abusing, the passive clone thing, so that Nuke and Labrov don't realize until it's too late that Nico's on them.
Yeah, honestly, I'm quite liking the BDS composition just based on, like, there is so much ACC and B damage coming from this squad. Like, the one weakness you'd say is, like, maybe they could be outranged, but then when you look at what they're up against, I mean, Kai'Sa, no range whatsoever. Nico wants to get in the middle of it. Renekton wants to get in the middle of it. So it feels like this composition with BDS should be able to thrive with just like sheer damage, sheer CC, and a lot of like AoE damage as well. If you get people multiple knockups with the Alistar, with the Rel charging in as well, that sets up for a huge burst out.
It 100% does. I think Team Wales too have a couple of like abilities that are kind of must dodges from BDS, right? You have to avoid Nico, you have to avoid Rakan. If you can do that, you're probably winning the fight. Team Wales going to be doing the same thing against the Scatter, the Weak, the Rel ult, the All-Star coming in. So once you can clear those abilities, that's where the 80 carries I feel like really got unleashed. Ezreal going to be hyper mobile. Kai'Sa can wait for that moment to dive into the fight. It's going to be so many fights that teeter on a knife's edge. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, I feel.
It certainly is. And I feel like, watching that series against Golden Guardians, BDS were playing with pace. They weren't playing slow. They weren't just waiting for the game to come to them. They were making things happen, and I want to see that again today. I'm curious to see Team Wales because, coming from VCS, this is a region that is renowned for their kills per minute. Like, this is the region that took the kills per minute title from LPL just a few years ago, and since then they have maintained their high kills per minute. So I'm hoping and anticipating that this should be a little bit of a bloodbath.
Yeah, Team Wales is a bit of an anomaly though, because compared to a lot of other representatives from the VCS, actually looking at them compared to all the VCS reps that have rejoined ever since the VCS started re-attending international events, they are the least bloody of the early game teams on that front. see what they do here up against BDS. Might be a little bit tough for B&J to get super involved early on, but I have to say, in a late game team fight, transforming into a Darius, I feel like you're cleaning up fights when you can take over Adam.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how those fights are going to go, but we'll have to see if we ever get to like the 5v5 situation, because I think it's so often in an early game we'll talk about like late game team fighting compositions.
The scaling.
And then, like, you know, in 10 minutes time, one team's 5k ahead. It's like, okay, we're never having a 5v5. But I do want to quickly mention, like, Team Wales, this is a team that I think a lot of viewers at home won't have heard of before unless you've been watching the BCS. This is their first time at Worlds. And this has kind of come off the back of Saigon Buffalo, a team that has been to Worlds, that has represented previously.
Yeah, the Mark Ruffalo Buffaloes.
Exactly, exactly. Well, the team sort of disbanded at the end of spring, had some financial troubles, and B&J was one of the players that came from that roster, joined Team Wales, and has brought a lot of power with him. He's one of the big reasons why this team has made it. The team generally loves to play around the bottom lane, but we're looking top for now as Adam just charging straight in for the 1v1 to kick it off.
Sparta wins those, though.
A little bit oh my, does he? Adam flashing onto Sparta.
Giga Chatham in the top lane. That's just stupid. In all the best way. I love that. Adam knows he will dominate the trade with the W. And now he activates Ghost. He's still going.
And that's flash gone from Sparta as well. It's cost Adam both of his songs. But
doesn't matter.
He has so much presence up here. He knows the enemy jungler is on the bottom side. He should be able to just get a crash and a free reset. And
he's doing this because Sparta has Ignite on the other side too. So he's like, I need to take control of this lane quickly, get that prio. Sparta's never going to be able to fight me. He walked in and warded B&J's red buff initially as well. So B&J might have a chance to avoid vision. Check this out. Missing ping on the red buff. The timing is B&J could have cleared 3 camps, but he's avoided vision entirely, and Adam is super pushed up with no sums. The thing is, his minion wave is so large, and Shio is looking to cover. Shio knows how his top laner plays, that the gank opportunity fizzles out.
And on top of that, like, Sparta's so low.
Oh my god, they're diving.
Go for, oh, hang on. Not, they're actually going to go for this one. B&J's in the area. This could get dangerous. Apprehend in, the stun is there. Good dash away from Sparta. Negates the play. I love this though. Straight off of the bat, we are seeing BDS taking this game into their hands.
Yeah, they just want to keep pressuring here as well, because anything, Sparta's going to be missing minions. BA looking around mid lane for Nuke. Nice scatter of the weak though, and he's too close to tower to actually make any gaps. So back to top lane. We're diving. They're
just going to go for it again. Sparta though gets stunned onto Adam. The turret, that was hitting a caster minion behind Adam, not hitting Adam.
But these are wins on wins on wins. B&J loses the flash. Sparta uses the Ignite. No kill. And the minions, exactly. I was going to say, when you're fighting underneath the tower, oftentimes, you know, the blinders go on, and you just go for the kill. But BDS just denied, I think, 7 minions that I saw underneath the tower, just off of those 2 dive looks at Sparta. The man is hurting in the top lane, and it's all off of that pressure from Shio.
And one of the best bits is as well, Shio, he may be a camp or 2 down now, but B&J has kept on trying to come back up. B&J's going to walk in, does drop the ward though, he'll get out with his life by the looks of things here, moving back up towards that top side. Shio now keeping B&J interested. He's actually winning the 1v1.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, because B&J, what else is there to do? All his camps could except for Raptors, so he wants to look for the top side game. Shio has only cleared the 3 bot side camps. His Raptors have respawned before he's cleared any of his top side camps, and he's still top lane.
He's actually going to go for this again. He flashes for the pullback. You're going nowhere. Apprehended and taken down. Shio jousting towards victory.
If you play top lane in solo queue, you have known the situation Sparta has found himself in, where the enemy jungle refuses to clear his camps, and you're like, eventually you just gotta step up and farm a minion. He's only got 12, but he just one after another. B&J's right there, just shadowing him, but it doesn't matter without any sums.
It's just brutal. He's been absolutely brutalized. He's 20 CS down at 5 minutes. That is... I mean, can you recover from this is the question. He's going to need some help from B&J, but it might be a matter for Team Wales of abandoning this top lane and trying to play through ball.
What are you going to do? I mean, B&J was trying to reset as well, so not only does Sparta die, B&J like waste so much time here picking the wave up while camps are still alive on the bot side. Finally, Shio goes back, takes Scuttle Crab, takes 2 of the camps on the top side. So he's a little bit delayed on the tempo getting back onto the map compared to B&J, but Viego with no flash is not going to do anything in terms of actually fighting. Maybe he tries, but It's so tough because now he has to cover for topside. This wave is pushing into Adam's side. See that? There's 6-7 ranged minions up on that one for Sparta's side, so that's all for the Renekton.
I think one of the toughest things as well is that because you went Ignite on the Renekton now and you're behind, you're never really going to have skill pressure in the 1v1. Shio.
He's coming back!
I expect Shio to just stay here pretty much all game at this point as he charges on it. Sparta, you're gone. It's another kill for Adam as they decimate this top side. The Ignite is going to be useless and he won't have a TP for later. Like, this is a disaster for Team Wave.
How to watch just two players win in the tutorial, Adam and Shio. I mean, bot side is doing well for BDS. They're up 12 CS, which is wonderful. Scatter the Week doesn't quite connect. So Glory gets out of there with a quick thumbs up. But the fact is, like, BJ was in a position to try and cover Sparta. You have to cover Sparta there. It doesn't matter that you know Shio is taking the reset and has all of his camps on the bot side. That wave is pushing in. There's an angle for Shio, and Shio is going to take that angle. Shio was at his best in the LEC when he was playing very aggressive inside the enemy jungle. BJ's looking back.
Pulls the flash here. BJ tries to get into the lane. LeBron low, but does still have his own flash available. Stunned up. And stunned through Crowny to hit him. Crowny trying to lock down the lead. LeBron survives, and that's what's important. He actually kept his flash alive as well.
Because it's still 6. And flashes are back now. Sparta's going to be it's Wave in a tough spot. It's going to be really hard to farm. Nice Scatter of the Week. Good damage.
He could be in trouble here. It's a great route to answer, though. He'll survive. Not enough damage from Nuke at this point. The Dark Seal in pocket, you know that this is a Team BDS that wants to snowball ahead of a very fast win in game number 1 against Golden Guardians. So far, so good to try and replicate. Sparta trying to answer this one. Ignite available, but just has to slice and dice away.
Good news for him. Jungler's on the bot side of the map, so surely Sparta's not going to get dope. Although now that he doesn't have the Dominus, maybe he just can be. He is down 30 CS at the moment. That is brutal. And now Shio's jumped over the wall, started up the dragon. BDS, our team that love to stack their drakes, and it comes when Adam roams down. So he takes this early priority and just starts walking down on the map. He's not going to go for the full roam this time because they realize, hey, we have full bot prio, mid lane's looking good as well, so he rewards the enemy jungle. Look at the coverage, ward on red buff, ward on Krugs. There's that control ward to the left of red buff as well that's going to last a long, long time. You're not going to do anything as Beam J on the top side of the map this game.
And in the meantime, the bottom side are ahead as well. 10 CS, they've got prio to force this Drake as well. And Sean Nuke falling a little bit behind in the middle.
Okay.
Oof. That was a weird bit from both sides.
So Glory was really considering the flash there because Bia could follow him up, but then, right when he was about to, sees LeBron come out of the fog war, cancels it.
Yeah. But still got the flash out from Nuke, who was predicting the flash from Glory. As now, with no flash available, rooted up, might just be taken down here. That's a nice little kill, but a solo kill in the meantime. Shadow,
he wants more.
Just take it over. BJ gets their hair ruled, but Adam's here to try and apprehend it. Ultimate out from BJ.
Okay. Team Wales, let's keep fighting around mid. Let's try to fight around bot. Top lane is a disaster. We ignore that entirely. But the angle they just looked for in mid was fantastic. Burn the flash, then immediate repeat, and they find the punish.
Hold my point for a second, because Shio might be on for something here. Charges in and just takes the red buff away.
Big counter jungler in the LEC.
Honestly, he's just not giving BJ a second to breathe. And I want to just... Oh, let's do the replay, and then I'll come back to it.
All right, I'm going to guess that he uses his abilities. Okay, there we go. W to slow. Yep. Sparta uses his abilities to run. Adam uses his abilities to chase. And Adam kills. Okay, yep, that's how that works.
And you know, 40 CS. Adam going full French. He loves a guillotine. As Sparta could be in trouble again. Shio is here, pulls them in, knocks them both up. The sustain is there. BJ bleeds to death. Sparta's gonna be next. Is the Q coming back up? Quickness though. Oh! Just in time. The buffer is beautiful from Adam. It's a little bit more as well. Unstoppable.
Adam is here, and he's not here to play games.
Oh my god.
Top lane 5-0.
Oh my god.
For that turn it straight back around. It's just disturbing. what he and Shu have done this game to the top lane.
Oh my god.
Brutal. And on top of it, like, Team Wales, they love to play around Artemis. That's their usual game plan. And they feel like they can't this game. They feel like they have to focus on Adam. So they're playing against their usual strengths anyway.
Just give up. It's not gonna work. You think Adam's by himself. He isn't. Chio is always there. They are best friends on the top side. And look at that. I mean, like, Adam, every single Q, it's hitting 2 players for the maximum damage on the outside there. Here again, Sparta tries to walk in. While he's charmed, that Q still goes through from Adam for the kill. He just cannot finish it off.
I mean, I'd love to see the total number of like healing in that fight from Adam, because he got solo so many times. Oh my god, he's done it again.
Does he just
Is
bleed?
the bleed enough? I don't know. There's a pot ticking away. The bleed is there. Oh, you better believe it is. Adam just can't stop.
See, I remember I told you that's a different player than Fnatic Adam? Yeah, different player.
No, yeah,
completely.
I'm with you.
His name isn't even Adam anymore. We call him Chatham.
Yeah, this is something else. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw a player have this many solo kills, have a 6-0 scoreline, 11 minutes in the game.
I mean, he's making it look like 2015 Juggernaut patch Darius. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, is this C9 balls in the top lane or is it Adam? It's just disgusting either way.
Yeah, this is something else. And Team Wales, they're in such a tough spot in terms of trying to get control of the rest of the map again, because like mid and bot relatively even. You've got a minor lead there for Glory. Obviously did manage to get the kill alongside BJ, or I think it was Bia actually, in the mid lane onto Nuke. But aside from that, you're really struggling. And Shio, even though he sacked a lot of farm early on to make this camp happen up towards Adam, he's actually even because BJ had to spend so much time trying to answer the camp.
Yeah. It's upsetting, honestly. I will say, I'm a big fan of coping. So, Team Wales, what do we do here? First step, ignore top lane. Sparta's going to farm under turret as well as he can. He's probably going to die a few more times. That's okay. We need to start investing in other areas on the map. That's going to be around your duo lane, around mid lane. I think Glory is definitely a player you can get behind. Already has the kill, the lead. Now they're going to get some turret plates into the Kai'Sa's pocket as well. So, lovely. That's exactly what we need to be doing for Team Wales. Now when it comes to the team fights, it is a hope and a prayer that we can kill Adam and that BJ can assume his form in the fight. You turn into that turbo-fed Darius, all of a sudden, all the early game doesn't matter. You're taking that for yourself, all those items, and those fights can genuinely turn.
It's actually a genius strategy from BJ.
Oh yeah, it's the strategy.
Like, get the Darius really fed so I can be the really fed Darius.
Sparta is just so smart. And it's all part of the plan.
I can't believe how much the blue did as well. Through a
He's
pot.
potioning! Like, the man is glowing green, and... Oh.
Not anymore, eh? Not anymore. Not even a blink of emotion there. Puts a little grin on as the bleed finishes him off. Oh dear, Adam is having the time of his life on the stage right now, and rightly so.
Luke is top lane right now, but I don't think that's going to matter for Team Wales. Glory wants a reset, and as a matter of fact, that's just a lot of minions lost on the top side. As soon as actually all these players are showing they're teleporting in, they want the fight.
Oh, stepping backwards, does dodge away from the stun from BJ there. Drake taken. Team Wales a little bit too late to the party to actually try and contest anything. And in the meantime, no teleport available because Sparta has Ignite, and that means that Nuke can just take a town for free.
Yeah, I think Team Wales went for that because turret plates were going down. I think initially Glory wanted to teleport top lane, then realized, hey, it's 14 minutes, so Nuke by staying up there isn't actually going to get a ton of gold.
Good lord.
Okay.
3,500 gold! 14 minutes on a single player. That is absurd!
Huh. I'm trying to like find a way to contextualize this.
Radam!
That's a full mythic.
Yeah, but it's like you're playing like an RPG game and you get to the late game and you just have like $400 million. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, you just buy all the luxury items. Like, Adam is just full luxury. He has Strikebreaker plus boots plus some components there to a Phage.
Yeah.
That's the top lane matchup currently.
I mean, the funny thing as well, like, when you look at the goal difference between the two teams, Adam's individual lead is higher than the goal difference between the teams currently. Like, he's kind of hoping the rest of the team will pick it up maybe at this point. But yeah, getting a good engage here. Nuke in trouble.
Nice.
Great little ult from BJ. That'll finish the job. Great pick on the bottom side. As BDS, in the meantime, we're going for the Herald.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to look for. Look for cross-map plays. Sacrifice Herald, but Sparta gets to easily farm to that bot side. BJ gets the kill. Artemis has push in mid. Like, they actually get to win in 2 lanes very briefly for the price of the Herald. Difficulty is going to be, of course, it's not so simple to do that for the coming Dragons. Because BDS are a team that puts so much priority on stacking the Dragons early, they force you into those fights in the mid-game. Maybe Team Wales can give the next one, because frankly, if Adam shows up, it is complete Jover. But that 4th Drake, they're going to have to put up something.
They have to. Especially Mountain, especially the Alistair, the Rel. You're going to get something out of that kind of Drake sort of game. And it's not like, I think the thing that I'm struggling with in this one is like BDS are so far ahead through Adam in this one. And while Nuke is behind in the mid lane, Crownie has a ever so slight CS lead, but realistically, there's no defense in our AD carries here. Like, they're Ezreal and Cinder. It's not like they need to be ahead right now. It's not like they're going to fall off later on. Like, BDS, they're absolutely chilling.
Let's make a pact. Let's not talk about Adam until 20 minutes minimum. Let's see if we can do it. Obviously, there's no fight. We're going to have to say the name. But I am personally tiring of talking about how far ahead that player is. So I think it's really important to say Glory has the 2nd highest damage in the game so far.
Yeah, he does. He certainly does.
And that's...
Managing to get 600
if you double
ahead
it still doesn't
Sparta.
catch the other number, but it's all good.
I just want to let everyone know as well, this is our featured matchup presented by Mercedes-Benz. It's BDS versus Team Wales here as the VCT 2nd seed tries to make their name on the international stage in their international debut. And so far, a certain player that will get mentioned, who says no.
Indeed. Glory going to be able to pick up this turret on the top side. Overall, only 2.5, 3K down. But this mid lane turret is certainly going to be falling on the push right there. 4 players grouped up as BDS jump onto BJ. He's going to ult out again and still in trouble. He has to flash. It's the 2nd time now. He's just been forced away. Demanded to use his ultimate to escape. And if you just look at the minimap currently, like the fact of how much vision, forward vision BDS have, make the game impossible to play. Because Team Wales looking for the cross-map pressure or anything like this, it doesn't work if BDS are just pushing into mid, and looking for picks doesn't work if they see you coming a mile away.
Nuke could be in trouble here as Glory tries to move up. No, he's not! They toggled vision, even I was baited! And Glory goes down. As we're not at 20 minutes yet, I won't mention his name, but a certain player may have just rested 7 kills.
Nuke just at the end of the fishing line right there, just reels Glory on in. Completely destroyed. This is what I'm talking about. There's just pings non-stop. I actually don't think Glory had been seen with the vision coming through. I think he avoided that narrowly as the base was being channeled there, but it doesn't matter. He showed up on the vision when it mattered. Now we're just 15 seconds off of Drake. Positioning on map tells me Team Wales don't want to fight this. Yeah, looking for a reset here. Only has 1 ward on the support item, so he's actually going top side, looking for some kind of cross map. That's not going to work, cross-mapping around this Renekton, though, perhaps. Just offering some support and, of course, maybe a chance to place that ward on the enemy blue buff, which he does before looking for the reset.
The one thing I'm looking towards Team Wales here is, Artemis now 2 items, 2.5 items on this Kai'Sa. The guy's known as a bit of a teamfight monster. Like, this team's identity is not really about just, like, slaughtering the early game. It's much more about winning those teamfights later on. So hopefully there's a situation where, we've seen already Kai'Sa's absolutely assassinating people.
Yeah.
We've seen what this pick can do with the right situation. I mean, Kai'Sa versus Ezreal, almost a famous matchup for being able to just one-shot the Ezreal. So BDS, even though they are ahead, even though they've got a big lead up in that top side, like, they do need to be cautious on how they play, because you misstep for just a second, you are going to get one shot.
It's true. I'm kind of 2 minds about this Kai'Sa build, because obviously, like, all-inning on lethality early is so much burst damage, especially on squishies. But if you're forced into a position where you have to fight front to back here, and you're just hitting a Darius, a Sejuani, and All-Star, like, that's going to be neutralized pretty heavily. And I know, the guys like to dip into the AP after this. The passive, of course, is going to do a lot of percent HP damage, and sort of make up for that when you are hitting frontline. But I still think the only fights that Team Wales really really have a chance of winning are fights where Artemis can follow up on some kind of engage from like Glory and BA onto the squishy back.
Trying to get onto Adam here. 4-man stack. Adam is tanky though. He pulls him in. He heals himself up, and the rest of the team arrives. It's disaster for Team Wales. They try to find him, and they just get slaughtered. 3 picks for BDS and straight onto the Baron.
You just can't kill him. He is going all the way. Now LeBron and Nuke hunting down the last 2 kills. It's a support and a minion fleeing the scene of the crime. PA is going to pull on that minion. I don't think they're supposed to be able to run that way.
Yeah, Glory's going to try and get away. I don't know if they're going to make chase properly, but actually it looks like Brownie wants to. Heading up towards that direction. Glory tagged. Red buff, I think, ticking away there. So the slow should be in play as they look towards Scatter the Weak potentially. Glory trying to get out with his life, but they will not allow a single soul to escape. BDS, they take Baron. They take a delayed ace. Not even get a tier 2 in the mid lane.
Adam goes legendary in that fight. Remember, I was like, I don't know how they really get through this front line. Adam just wouldn't. The fact that his Q is hitting 3-4 players every single time, that's just an absurd amount of healing.
I mean, BDS coming into this tournament looking so good now.
And I mean, Artemis is here, but again, it's the lethality build, so it's the damage actually coming on in. First of all, big shield onto Adam initially, then the Q to survive. He also hits the punny flute. Is able to scoop up maybe 1 or 2 off that. I mean, what are you gonna do?
The stride breaker Q onto Artemis just does like 2/3 of his health.
Yeah,
Adam
he's been breaking ankles all game.
Adam didn't even like go towards Artemis to try and finish him. He just walked off to the
Adam
next thing. He was
Lamandala.
like, you get that one, Crowny. That one's
Yeah.
for you. That's a little freebie. I'm gonna go kill everyone else.
That's like awesome though, right? Because that's how you need to play. I'm gonna hold that thought because Glory's a minion again. Count your minions.
He's not gonna
There's
get away
4
with this.
melee minions. I wonder which one's the Nico. That's a little game you can play. But yeah, I mean, just the Darius positioning in the middle of as many people as possible, exactly the position you want to be in, maximize that AoE damage. And
I mean, the healing as well. The first Q got him like 500 health back or something absurd. It means you're so much tankier than you
your
actually
minions.
look. And he's already pretty tanky.
Count your
Glory
minions.
trying to get onto Crowny, but good buffer on the E. And now suddenly the crash down is there. BDS with a beautiful re-engage. And that is going to break this game wide open.
Adam's not even doing anything and they're winning the fight. Like, what is that, man? Glory went for the big play, but Crowny way too slippery. This was an absolute shellacking from level 1 with Adam flashing onto the face of Sparta in the top lane. Shio never left and BDS never let up.
Adam literally started the game by ganking his own lane and just decimating from there. 14-2, a 24-minute win here. BDS, they have shown up to play-ins. They dominated Golden Guardians to get here, and they are meaning to carry on where they started off here. 15-2 as they look for a couple of bonus kills. Shio just about gets away with his life as the Nexus falls.
Welcome to Worlds BDS. After the 3-0 to qualify versus Golden Guardians, they look good here in their first Worlds match up against Team Wales.